5 Unusual People in the World, Part 131. Hello you guys, I'm Keisha, and wish you all a new day full of joy. Interesting people and interesting things are always around us. I have heard a lot of people talk about the unusually tall man, the exceptionally long hair, or the elderly woman being included in the Guinness Book of World Records for something very special. Let's explore with this video. Are you ready? Let's begin. Number 5. Trần Văn Hay. Trần Văn Hay, born in 1936 in Kiên Giang Province, Vietnam, hasn't had his hair cut for more than 50 years. Their hair length when setting a record was more than 20 feet 12 inch, weighing more than 28 pounds. He is honored by the Vietnam Book of Records as the man with the longest hair in Vietnam in 2005. Although not officially recognized by Guinness, his hair is far ahead of the current Guinness World Record holder. The world's longest hair belongs to Xi Kuping in China, measured 18 feet 3.8 inches in 2004. Hay often feels sick after haircuts, which makes him decide to keep his hair long. For the next 50 years, Hay never has his hair cut and only washes it a few times because each wash has to be helped by many people. Over time, the length and unwashed hair left his hair frizzy and looks as if it was knotted. When he slept, the bundle of hair is beside him like a great python. Out of the house, he always uses a towel to grab a large block of hair on his head. Balancing the load on his head is a daunting task itself. Getting from one place to another is twice as difficult. Since none of the helmets would fit his head, motorbike taxis would refuse to carry him for fear they would get into trouble carrying a passenger without a helmet. In desperation, Grandpa, Trần Văn Hay, had to ride his bicycle every time he went out. Unfortunately, Trần Văn Hay passed away in February 2010, 6 years after being recognized as possessing the long hair. His hair is estimated to have grown to 20 feet 12 meters in length during that period, and he is worshipped by the people there because Hay is a kind person. He cures diseases with herbs, often takes polls and diagnoses, and treats patients free of charge. Currently, in history, there has been no other known case of a person classified as both a dwarf and a giant of unusual height during their lifetime. This man is unique. Number 4. Adam Rayner. Adam Rayner, born in 1899, has a great height of 7 feet 8 inch. What is surprising is that, by the time he was a teenager, Adam Rayner was only 4 feet 6 inch tall. Rayner's height was unusually short for his age. Rayner was classified as having dwarfism, well below the average threshold of 4 feet 9 inch at the time. At the age of 21, the time when most people stop growing, Adam started an extraordinary growth spurt. By the time Rayner was 32 years old, he had grown to a height of 6 feet 10 inch. In the early 1930s, Rayner was diagnosed with acromegaly syndrome, a rare disorder in which the body produces too much growth hormone. The medical team determined that Rayner's sudden abnormal development was caused by a tumor pressing on his pituitary gland. Doctors operated on Rayner to remove the tumor in hopes of stopping further growth. Despite the successful removal, it was only enough to slow down Adam's growth. When Rayner was measured the next year, his height had not changed, but his spine had begun to curve, meaning Rayner's body was still growing. However, his health deteriorated. His spine gradually curved, making him unable to stand on his own. His eyesight and hearing also deteriorated, and Rayner eventually died at the age of 51 at 7 feet 8 inch. Rayner's height also meant that he was the tallest man in Austria at the time. It's almost impossible for 90-year-old women to run, let alone exercising. But this woman not only follows a daily exercise regimen, but she is also a true fitness trainer, working out at a gym. Number 3. Takashima Miga. Takashima Miga, aka Takemiga, was born in 1931 in Japan. Takemiga turned 91 years old on January 15, 2021. She is still extremely active and agile. She is even the oldest fitness trainer in Japan and has become a celebrity in this Asian country both for her amazing figure, positive attitude, an inspirational smile. Takamika wasn't always like that. In fact, her transformation began in her 60s. Previously, she looked chubby and had no interest in exercising in any way. Takamika never even thought about going to the gym, but a random comment from her husband about her 65-year-old weight changed that all. She decided to join a gym, even though she achieved her initial goal of losing 15 kilograms after about 5 years. Takamika continued to work out, as her newfound love of fitness helped her set a new challenge for herself. Seeing her positive attitude in the gym and her passion for exercise, Takashima's trainer and gym owner encouraged Takamika to become a sports coach. Takashima Mika's story has moved many elderly people in Japan, more than 80,000 of whom are centenarians, and some have been inspired to exercise to improve health and well-being. She has set 2 new goals for herself: to help everyone stay healthy and to remain a fitness trainer by the time she is 100 years old. Number 2. Daema Mangrio. Daema Mangrio was born in 2018 in Pakistan. When he was born, he had a tumor as small as a stone attached to his nose. The tumor grew larger. Until 8 months old, the tumor was as big as a tennis ball, covering both eyes. Like most people with tumors, his strange nose causes pain and the risk of blindness. Doctors said Mangrio had an encephalocele, a rare defect in the neural tube. That is, the neural tube, which exists during pregnancy, closes in the 3rd and 4th weeks of pregnancy to form the brain and spinal cord. The neural tube doesn't close, forming an opening in the upper part of the skull, between the forehead and nose, or the back of the skull, causing the brain to grow outward. The mainstay of treatment is surgery to put the part of the brain outside the skull back into place and close the opening. But Mangrio is still in the process of overall testing to ensure good health for the surgery. When he is healthy enough, the doctors and family will try to give him a normal nose. Part of the cause is determined to be genetic. In addition, it may be the impact of the environment before or during pregnancy on the mother's body. Because Daema is so young, the doctor must conduct tests to ensure his overall good health before surgery can be performed. In addition, Mangrio must apply a special diet as directed by the doctor. An athlete girl breaks strength records, and she also wants to break her own record to become the #1 athlete in her weight category. Number 1. Naomi Kuten. Naomi Kuten, born in 2001, USA, many times broke the world record with the achievement of lifting dumbbells weighing 2 times her body weight. 9 years ago, Naomi was a famous name in weightlifting for young athletes. At the age of 9, the athlete girl won a championship in the Hanukkah Invitational Champion weightlifting competition. Like other people of her age, Naomi's mind is often on schooling, friends, phone, social media, and the like. But when it comes to training, she puts all that aside and only cares about her workouts and her passion for weightlifting. As a child, Naomi was an outstanding face in karate and was able to beat the boys in the area. Her father, a longtime weightlifter, asked Naomi to try his weightlifting exercises. Through hard work, Naomi gradually realizes her childhood dream. Currently, the girl born in 2001 is a professional athlete of the Country of Stars and Stripes and has broken world records many times. It is known that in 2010, Naomi broke the world record for the first time at the Hanukkah Invitational Champion Weightlifting Championship. Since then, the girl has become famous and known by many people around the world. In 2012, when Naomi was 10, she lifted a weight of 95 kilograms, the same weight as boxer Mike Tyson. At that time, Naomi was only 1.4 meters tall and weighed 41 kilograms. On June 23, 2013, Naomi continued to break her own record when lifting a total weight of 102.5 kilograms. That's all for today. There are so many very special people that exist in this world. We will explore them together in all the videos on my channel. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to watch more interesting videos. And now, goodbye and see you soon.